versus Saskatchewan Grand Finals. It's mostly been BC, always in the finals, and then we had our lone representative from Winnipeg, Lowinator. But as Super Friends, he's grabbed the torch, he's come all the way up here, and he's looking to take out the person who knocked him out winners finals and get Saskatchewan on that map and actually tie with White Gun for third if he's able to pull this off.
He's got a chance, but man, Noodle is not going to make it easy for him. We have to see, has Super Friends made the adjustments? Has he switched gears mentally to realize that he doesn't have to overextend, that he can play a little more passively? Or is he ultimately going to get too greedy and pay with his life?
Exactly. No, Noodle playing so solid before. I forgot to catch on a little before. If Noodle is also able to win this, he actually will pass Bumba Snuff and secure his place in 6. So, like, seeding on the line for both of these players here.
V-Trigger is out for Noodle, so suddenly his presence in the mid-range is much less. That was supposed to be a fireball. Look at the damage. He's going to take the life lead. He's next interaction kills. Oh my god, he was so for his life. But the V skill to the silencer. Everybody falls for it. It's such a bad spot. It's so hard to just keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah, no, just great pressure here from Noodle early on. Now, Super Friends is doing a great job of when he does get the hit. He's capitalizing on it. He's getting extra damage here. But Noodle kind of just getting a read in neutral here a bit more. Yeah, he's great at interrupting. And when Super Friends kind of plays a little more passive, trying to bait stuff out, Noodle doesn't let it happen. He dashes in and gets it on. It's just, it's so much more control that he has here. But a great read there from Super Friends. Oh, and the caster curse is too strong. He's switched it around. Super Friends is looking to bring it home. And this is me throwing him a bone. You got to use it. I only got one of these a match.
Yes. Oh no, this is a good spot. There's not going to be V-Trigger likely, and he gets the buffer on the DP and the shimmy, but he didn't believe he should have gone for normal. Ultimately, the DP seals the deal. That V reversal earlier on in the round from Noodle was what sealed his fate, because suddenly he didn't have that same overwhelming presence in the fireball game. Rhea was able to throw fireballs a lot more liberally, and now look at the confidence going in this, but Noodle trying to shut it down. EXDP again, you mentioned it, you hit the nail on the head, John. He's so good at interrupting that offense and just stopping the momentum.
Yeah, I know the one key moment where like Super Friends is really able to get started is when he has V-Trigger online, because no longer can Noodle interrupt what he's starting, and he just he doesn't let anything get started. And we saw that in the last match. He was able to get the side switch into V-Trigger. This is Super Friends' comfort zone. He's got him locked down here, and this is exactly what we saw last round. Let's see if Noodle can kind of flip the script a bit, because he does have his own V-Trigger, gets the interrupt, and escapes from the corner. But good great DP here. Yo, it's an overcommit from Noodle. This is actually what Super Friends was doing a lot in the match last game.
Yeah. Oh man, he's got to watch out for that stand light kick. That was absolutely supposed to be buffered into EX Flash Knuckle. He's so, again, he's so lucky. He is so lucky, but we take those. Sometimes all it is a stroke of luck, and you can get the impossible. You can make the dream happen. And just like that, it's turned around. Super Friends feeling a little more comfortable here. And you actually, luckily, Super Friends had the right answer dialed up, and he was able to take that game.
Exactly. Oh, great little whiff punish here from Super Friends early on, getting the overhead. And this is the most offense he's been able to hit so far. Oh, now Noodle,
man, what a chance.
He just turned the dial up. He was on the defensive, but he just had enough. He got the stun, and now Noodle has complete control of the corner here. And I think we're going to see a knockdown, and then he's going to try and slowly bait Super Friends into just committing to something here. No, he just goes to the offense with the tick throw here. Oh, he baits out the V-shift.
You know, this is actually, we have seen Super Friends utilize V-Shift in the corner, I think 3 times throughout this set. And really, you know, I have to wonder if that's the best choice. It's so easy for Luke, of all characters, with his forward advancing normals, with his V skill 2, to punish that better than almost anybody else. And so I have to think that he's got to try and find a different approach here, because it is getting him killed.
I know, great little invincible reversal there from Noodle, who kind of just turned the pressure around. They're trading blows. Is this actually, I was going to say the least interruption I've seen so far from Noodle there, but gets his read after 3 back and forths. And now he's just got control of the corner here. Now Super Friends does escape with that fireball, but he is running out of V-Trigger here, and it's kind of moved back to where Noodle's a bit more comfortable, just in this straight neutral, no meter on either side. Yeah, uses the last little bit of V-Trigger there. Great optimization.
Yep, that last sliver, and now it's got him the life lead. There's still plenty of time left, and he jumps. Look at this. He is believing in his fireball gun. He's believing in his neutral. And that is something you have to do against Luke. If you're a fireball character, most of the time you can at least hang with him and make him feel a little bit uncomfortable. And so, oh man, what a bold walk forward into the throw. And the backdash. Oh, just out of range for that stand medium kick to interrupt it. Noodle in quick fashion able to answer back, and now we're tied up at 1 game apiece.
I was kind of about to highlight that Superfriends, he had that life lead and he was actually playing very passive. He's playing around the fireball, kind of like he's always kind of moving in, trying to finish the round off, I think, a little bit too preemptively, and Noodle is just so good at catching that. And I think it's been like just one of the biggest problems Superfriends has had. He's not finishing the rounds off quite correctly, and he's getting punished huge.
We have to absolutely acknowledge, though, the way that Superfriends has amped. Oh my god, the hit confirm on the crush counter. And look at that, the stun right there. Not quite able to kill, but he ends it in a P anyways. Canada showing out their Superfriends, taking that round in convincing fashion, really just letting his offense fly, not backing down for a second.
Yeah, no, it was really, really good there. He's able to get the momentum and kind of push forward. And usually what will happen in that situation a lot of time is Noodle will find an opportunity to just mash out or find a way out. But Superfriends didn't let him have that. It was just endless pressure, very minimal gaps. And he's able to just get a huge reward off of it. Baits out the DP as well. Superfriends has read the timing. This is how Noodle's been interrupting him. He's been poking him out of everything. But Superfriends is having none of it. He's read the timing. He has adaptations. Now he's a massive life lead. He just needs to not overcommit here. Just play solid. There we go. Just keep him out. Great whip punish. That was fantastic.
Superfriends playing out of his mind right now. This is such a 180 from what we saw earlier. There's still been these hints of what we can tell is muscle memory, right? Some like kind of ingrained prime beef left. He is playing so well. He is showing that he is best in class right now. The hit confirms have been on deck. The anti-airs have been on deck. And he's so confident in his fireball game.
Yeah, no, he's playing well. I think he's finally found like kind of the answer he needs in this matchup before. You can see him kind of slowly leaning into a great DP. And now we're seeing like the complete flip of it. Noodle is overcommitting. He's trying to create offense. Before, he was getting in for free. He was getting all these interrupts. So Superfriends, he has the read on the flow. He's basically just taking Noodle's job away from him. He's got control of the match.
Look at this. Look at this. This is just a masterclass. The way that he has turned the tables and just made Noodles feel so uncomfortable. Oh my god, and busting up, taking the page out of Noodles' book. There is that, and look at that. He could tell. And he was so pressured. He was so desperate, trying to get something going, trying to make some sort of attempt at a comeback. And Superfriends could smell that from a mile away. The confidence is just oozing off of him right now. Throwing these fireballs in such a big way. Hit confirming there, baiting that out.
DP on the cross up, are you kidding me?
He wanted to bait another one. He was absolutely looking to bait another one.
He's just playing out of his mind. All right, but Noodle has got the hit. Oh, raw DP. He's got such a read. He's got to the point where he can just interrupt him with just normal DP. Superfriends has come online. He's reset the bracket, and we are going to another first to 3.
I am just beside myself. Superfriends, he has just turned it on its head. In any
full fruition. Now that we have had a reset, though, we've kind of went into break. I'm curious to see, can he keep the momentum going, or is Noodle going to be able to adapt and kind of find these opportunities to punish?
Oh my god, dude. His hit confirms are just top notch. He has been so good at making those crouching medium kicks with Ryu count. You know, he'll pester with fireballs. He'll pester with the stand medium kick. And then, he was really feeling himself. He's still in a great spot. Look at this. Another hit confirm. He's still not dissuaded. That opportunity where he got punished and he ate some damage, he's still not thrown off his game. Look at this. My man is just on one right now. And he's even got the counter hit confirmed. That's fine. Who cares? Activate. He's still in a good spot. Such a big life lead. He's still primed to win this.
I love how he is stopping Noodle, because there was opportunities, as I would highlight on, that he would be passive, Noodle would come in. He has stuffed him every single time with either standing medium punch or crouching medium punch. Oh my god. Now Noodle did get a read there, but Superfriends, he's got a read on the timing. He's not letting Noodle just bully him into the corner anymore.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to put it. He's not letting him bully him into the corner. He's using his, like, something that is not talked about enough. Ryu has great normals. His footsies are incredible. Some of the best in the game. Just where he falls short is, you know, maybe in, like, hit confirmable damage in Oki, right? But he's doing such a good job of just using his buttons as a stop sign. Now, we are seeing Noodle here answering back. He has his own offense going. He has this in such a good spot for Superfriends to really just feel the pressure, and now we're seeing a round of what Luke can do, right? But still, I don't think it has to be something that spells disaster for Superfriends. Noodle, however, really needs to latch onto this and just kind of take a breath and be like, all right, I can do this. I've gotten a couple of these whip punches. I got that big stun opportunity there in the corner, and it paid off. we can keep this momentum going. We can get this back in track.
Exactly, you put it well, and you can see he's just getting away with so many fireballs here, because those were the opportunities where Noodle would just get it. Now he got the read on the fireball, he's made the adaptation he needs, but you saw Superfriends exploiting Noodle, just slowly approaching to just get free chip damage with the fireball. But we have seen the situation where
wow,
my God, he just did the normal DP.
Yeah, not even EX. Okay, knockdown first trouble, and stun is still an issue. Forcing the activation there so he can actually let it dissipate. Trying to go for the V reversal there. Oh no, he's out of range.
Miss whip punish.
Oh, another punish opportunity dropped. A bit of spaghetti from both players this time. Just fumbling the bag a little bit.
Yeah, no, just back and forth here. Now, as you can see, Noodle's kind of getting a better read on the timing. Oh, he's looking to whip punish now. Instead of walking up and pressuring, he's waiting for Superfriends to commit to those normals. He's getting his whip punishes, and that little reset there is going to spell death for Superfriends.
Yeah, that was a tough spot. It was like it didn't exactly like you said. It didn't combo truly, so it reset into damage. He was gonna have another Noodle, right? He's been using his stand light kick either as a whiff punish or a buffer tool a lot more, hoping to get the flash knuckle follow up. But he's been out of range, and I think that's because of the incredibly long reach of Ryu's crouching medium kick. So if you buffer incorrectly, it's actually going to fall short. Now, I have to hope that that's something that Superfriends is paying attention to, so he'll keep just annoying him with crouching medium kick, hoping that he'll use it at the wrong time and get him a punish opportunity. Oh my God, look at this.
Oh,
so ready for everything.
I'm just speechless.
Yeah, everything's going right for him. That was one of those, you know, things started to go a little more right, especially in the way of reads for Noodle. Started interrupting things better, had some big jump in opportunities, able to, you know, buffer that stand medium punch into the target combo. But that was such a good round for Superfriends. I hope that he will continue that momentum. And now he's just out of there. I like that.
Yeah, but you can really see how committed Noodle is to kind of the whiff punish game now. He just stood there for like a solid 2 seconds, just waiting for the whiff, because he knows that Superfriend's trying to get him out with the standing medium kick, and looks great confirmed there though. And he almost does have control of his corner. But you see Noodle's making the adaptations he needs, but he's locked in the corner here. Oh, damn! Great interrupt here. Superfriends EXDP comes down, and Noodle has reset the pressure here. A little overcommit from Superfriends. He might be trying to go back to his old habits, but no, he stays safe. He stays calm. He's not overcommitting. He has a life lead. He does not need to do anything risky. No, he's going in. He's trying to get the hit. Noodle is just playing neutral. He's not letting him approach. Superfriends doesn't need to though. He can just play fireballs and just stay safe.
Yeah, he does not have to overcommit here. He tries to go for the overhead. He's still not dead. He's okay. Throwing the EX there. He's got such a big life lead, and the whiff punish with the sweep. He has really found his mark with that. That was something that was not present in their winner's final set. He was not really positioning himself correctly to use Ryu's sweep, which is such a good whiff punish tool. Of Luke's longer reaching buttons, you know, when we talk about Luke, he's got those annoying forward advancing normals. They're so good, and it seems like it's almost impossible for him to whiff them. But if you do manage to make him whiff, they do have a lot of recovery. And he's using that sweep in such a good way here to just get some damage and the knockdown here when it matters most.
Yeah, but speaking of whip punish, great one there by Noodle to kind of just keep control of the corner here. Now they're just trading pokes back and forth here. But Noodle does have kind of the life lead and the advantageous position here, and it's kind of down to Superfriends to kind of slowly get out of this. But so many whiffs coming down, and actually pretty minimal whip punishes on either side here.
You know,
there it is. Finally comes to fruition.
Something that I have noticed is Superfriends has really been put off, probably by those couple of jump-ins from Noodle. He's really been put off from his fireball game. He hasn't been throwing nearly as many fireballs. Now he does get a big crush counter on with the reset afterwards with the forward throw. And now he's playing a little more offensively here, and it's working out a little bit. Oh, he actually clipped him. And he gets a cross up. Now he takes the life lead. He's going to get the Oki after this. He does have to block the wake up. You know, he's worried about the EXDP there, and he gets clipped EX. I would have gone for EX donkey kick.
Oh, yeah, just he's not alive. Oh, activation comes down. And could he whiffs on the throw, but doesn't quite get punished for it. So much pressure here. Now Superfriends does have the life lead. He's just, I think he's looking for that whip punish. He's just trying to slowly pressure him down, not doing anything too risky. But Noodle does have access to V trigger here and can just kind of chip away at him, looking for a big interrupt here. Oh, he stuffs
and
it.
The trade. I have to say, Superfriends has really found his button with stand medium kick. It has done so well in keeping Luke at bay, stuffing his approach, keeping him from dashing forward, and look at the huge damage there with the crush counter. And the stun is mounting. Has to use the EXDP there and get him off. Let that stun slow down, and a big crush counter right back at you from Noodle. Look at the offense from him.
And they're just trading just massive damage combos here, but Noodle has turned it completely around, looking at one more hit away from stun, and is going to confirm off of that. Tie the round piece up 1-1. And we're looking 1 round away from either of these players taking a lead in the set, but it could not be more neck and neck.
Yeah, just back and forth, both of them trading blows, trading rounds. It seems like the momentum shifts in such a pendulous fashion, and just swinging with that back heavy kick. Understanding that Noodle is kind of, in the way that he's approaching neutral, he's just using dash a lot, he's using a lot of forward movement, and so he can take some of these risks. You know, he doesn't have to jump, but he can take risks with some of these heavier buttons, some of these bigger buttons that take up space, and just buffer them into whatever.
Exactly. Now we have seen Noodle. You see, yeah, he was doing that little rushdown style, and he switched over to whiff punish, and I think that kind of got in Superfriends' brain. It's like, okay, oh my God, never mind. What a great punish there. And now Superfriends has control of the corner. It's a little throw there for one more interaction. Crush counter comes down, and he's going to set that up. Oh, yeah.
You know what he had to do? That was genius. From that range, Noodle was going to have to go for EXDP. That was the only way he... Well, I guess technically he could go for V-shift, right? I think he could have V-shifted. I didn't notice. Did he have V-trigger act? Block it, you're going to get unblocked. And if you try and do EXDP, you're going to whiff. You're not going to hit me. So you got to do something to deal with this. And he decided not to go for V-shift, and he died because of it.
Exactly. No, it's just great. And Superfriends has taken the advantage of here. This is such a different story from what we saw in Winners, where it was kind of just honestly a sweep from Noodle. But Superfriends has taken advantage. He's got here, and he's looking to be the first Saskatchewan player to potentially win the World Warrior Canada West.
Noodle is not going to let him have it for free, though. Wait, yes, I love the delay tech there, just in case he decided to bust out with EX. But he doesn't even need meter, says Superfriend. As long as I've got breath left in me, I can hit you in the jaw with the Shoryuken. And the crush counter sweeps are just landing time and time again. That was a safe setup, and the guaranteed better frame.
Oh no! He's not going to be quite dead off of that, but it's just going to be so much thing. Noodle has... he's challenged!
And the back throw. My man smells blood. He is a hungry shark in the water, and he knows Noodle is trying to get out of that tank.
Yeah, Noodle, Superfriends looking at 1 round away from taking this all. Noodle needs to come back. It's quite the mountain to climb.
Man, that has been such an interesting interaction. Superfriend has been utilizing Ryu's stand medium kick so well to just control space, to just poke in this really annoying fashion. And so Noodle's been trying to buffer stand light kick, following up with EX flash knuckle. But because of the hurt box on it, it's been whiffing so often. So even though he's not really getting whiff punished because of it, he's losing out on his super valuable resource.
I know we got the hit there. Yeah, no, it's a great point there. Oh, you escaped? You got the cross up? Are you kidding me? It's one more setup here. Noodle did manage to crack in the corner early on, but great pressure to get himself out. And he's completely reversed this around, getting the hits, looking to take a life leader. Superfriends kind of playing calm, looking for his opportunity to get in. Hits the sweep. Great preemptive read.
Oh, he's dead. That is going to be it.
Oh, and
Superfriend is going to take it in what a terrifying comeback there. Winners finals looked bleak, and he is able to end it in a, was it 3-1, 3-1, I think? For winners side, and then the grand finals reset.
I'm pretty sure you are correct on the score there.
My gosh, it just seemed like he had all the answers dialed up. He had opened up the book.